This is the Pine Branches 3D embossing folder from Tim Holtz and Sizzix. When I use the 3D embossing folder, I like to mist my cardstock lightly on both sides before putting it through my die cutting machine. I'm using a Big Shot here, and I have my multi-purpose platform open with the top tab open, and I'm only using one plate. Because of the thickness of 3D embossing folders, you need less plates or less of a sandwich through your machine. After I let it dry, because I misted it with water, I use an ink blending brush to thoroughly ink those pine branches to make them really pop. The dimension that these 3D folders give is like none other. Once I have my piece ready to go, I glue it to my card base, and I like to use a liquid glue to do that so that I can shimmy it in place. I also like to place an acrylic block on top of it to make sure that that 3D texture has a lot of contact with my card base while it's drying. For this particular card, I added some foliage die cuts on top of it, and I like the base that Pine's embossing folder creates with it. You could do something a lot more simple. This one's rather elaborate. For a simpler style, avoid these extra foliage die cuts and just hang ornaments on those pine branches. This is a fantastic embossing folder.